So when is Ted Lasso coming back?
Straight in.
Come on.
I reckon if there's a season 4...
This is a 5.
I mean, 5's a magical number, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, you don't want to go out on an even.
Not
you want
a 4 or 6. The second these shows open, the first scene, I just want to climb into the telly and live with you all.
You should.
Because there's a really warm hue.
There is. It's warm, isn't it? It's just lovely and warm.
Yeah, is it really like? Is it a real place?
It is. Did you watch Strictly this year?
Didn't watch it, but we got to have Christmas Causeland on the show on Friday.
You didn't watch
it? Didn't watch it. I'm going to watch it. I didn't watch it.
That's my whole last 12 weeks.
Okay, tell us about it because he's coming on the show on Friday.
Well, I cried every single week.
Did you actually?
Genuinely, everybody in that show was phenomenal. It was the best season of all of them. I think so.
Have you worked with Ben Whishaw?
I haven't. I've sat next to him.
Where?
I sat next to him at a play, and do you know what? We shared some peanut M&Ms.
Whose M&Ms were they?
Mine.
Oh, so you shared with him, he didn't share with you?
I know, he didn't have any snacks. And he said,
how
that'd be
many
lovely.
did he take?
It was only like a little bag, and I was actually quite generous with him. And I thought, I haven't actually had the ratio I want.
Virgin Radio.
Pass us over to you.
Our next guest is the brilliant Emmy-nominated actor who's also like everyone's favourite uncle, Uncle Vanya, Uncle Trent Crim, the Independent. And now he returns as Uncle Quentin. The Famous 5 Mystery at the Prospect Hotel hits CBBC next Monday, and in it, he really can dance. He really is James Lance.
All right, Jimmy.
Wow, good morning.
How you
Hello.
doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, my goodness me. What a year it's been again for you this year.
Yeah, it's gone quickly.
Has it?
It has gone very quickly.
I think they get quicker anyway, don't they?
I think they do when you get a little older. It all goes a bit quicker, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, older, more enjoyable. We're living more vertically than horizontal. You know, we're living by our own scorecard, not the rest of the world. What's not to like about all that stuff?
I agree with all of those things. Yeah.
Just come a bit closer. That gorgeous, silky voice. Want to make the most of it.
Good morning, good morning.
Just remind us what the Emmy was for, the Emmy nomination.
It was for a show called Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, everybody. Come on, open that door.
Thank you.
Now, we talked about being nominated before.
Yes.
It's great to be nominated, but on the night you lose.
Yeah, I did lose, to Nathan Lane, who'd been nominated, I think, 7 times. I think this was his eighth one.
What was it for this time around, Nathan Lane?
Nathan Lane was for Murders in the Building.
Murders in the Building. Because I saw Nathan Lane was also in the Nicole Kidman thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, which I
one
watched.
with Donald Sutherland. Sutherland? That one? No.
No, gosh, it was only on recently and I was banging on about it.
BMX Bandits?
No.
Perfect Life. Perfect Couple.
Perfect Couple. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's great.
Is it?
Some great telly around.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
So when is Ted Lasso coming back?
Straight in.
Come on.
I think it might. What year is it now? It's 24. I think 25. I reckon it'd be by the end of 25.
25. Back on the screens.
Oh, I think it is a possibility.
All right. So great.
Hey, guess what? It's either that or it'll be 26.
Yeah. So it's coming back. Season 4 is definitely happening.
I believe so.
And for
yes.
season 4, see season 5. They're not going to bring it back for one season, are they? You're not going to get the band back together for one season when you can go for 2 seasons. What do you? What's it? Don't tell us what you know. Tell us what you think. What you feel.
Whether there'll be a season 5. I reckon if there's a season 4.
This is a 5.
I mean, 5's a magical number, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, you don't want to go out on an even.
Not a 4 or a 6. 5 or a 7?
Yeah, maybe a 7. Let's go 7. Lucky 7.
Oh my gosh. So we were all treated to the rough cut, weren't we? The rough cut of the Famous 5 film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's really exciting. When we get sent secret links to various things, it's exciting anyway. But when we get something that's not quite finished,
yes,
because there's trust there, isn't there?
There's trust there. Yes, there is. Yeah.
So what are we looking at? What's it called? Are there 2? Because we've seen 1. What else can you tell us about the Famous 5 this year round?
So there are 2. There's one coming out. It comes out on the 23rd, on Monday the 23rd, on CBBS. And then it is also on BBC One on New Year's Day, about 10:25, which I think most parents might still be, snoozing around that time, and the kids, the TV might just happen to go on.
Recovering, recuperating, regrouping.
That kind of a thing.
All that kind of stuff.
So it comes on then. It's called Mystery at the Prospect Hotel. I can tell you there's a mystery and there's a hotel.
Yeah, the hotel's interesting. I think the hotel, which is the old country house, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that in the recent Aidan Turner.
You might have done.
Is it?
They go around. They're on a loop.
I tell you what, it's quite nice to bag an old building like that and then get the film and just to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah, well, it's probably on some kind of site, there's probably an icon you can press and that you can sort of get a location site and then see what's been filmed there.
Right, so for people who don't know the setup of the new Famous Five, how does it work?
How does it work?
The family.
So there's the Famous Five are these 4 lovely children and 1 dog.
Yeah.
Played by Kip, who is possibly my favourite co-star of all time. If not definitely. Yeah, he's fantastic. And they often hang out at Kieran Cottage, which is where George lives.
Right.
Who's a cousin of the 3 that I've just mentioned.
Yes.
I'm making this way more complicated.
No, I think it's important.
Okay, and they live there.
How come you're Uncle Quentin, not Daddy Quentin?
Because I'm the uncle of the other 3. Yeah. So I'm the father of George, along with Aunt Fanny, who was the mother of George.
Yeah.
And
who is the writer?
Who is a writer.
And there's a lot of mirroring things going on.
He's a mystery writer.
Yeah, you see. What would you do, Mummy, here if this mystery was afoot?
Exactly. And in this episode, a letter arrives at our cottage and from great Uncle Horace, who, as far as we know, is dead. Yeah. But he's asking to see George at the Prospect Hotel. Yeah. So Uncle Quentin and Aunt Fanny and and Kip the dog all head off to see what's going on along with George. And bizarrely, some more of the Famous Five are there as well.
Yeah, the Famous Five are back in business.
They're back in
Hurrah!
The game. Yeah.
So much happens. It's interesting in this episode. So Uncle Quentin, he sort of falls for his weaker side, his more vulnerable side.
He gets slightly intoxicated
by a Scarlet Woman.
Yeah,
nonetheless.
That's right. He does. I mean, she sort of works her charms on him a little bit.
A little bit.
A touch.
Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, okay, she gets him on the dance floor.
Yeah, she gets him on the dance floor and other things. So she allures him with her intellect, her mystique.
That's right.
And her magic.
That's absolutely
right.
And
her beauty.
Her
beauty.
He may have noticed a little bit of the beauty, but because he's a man of science, he wants to prove.
They all say that, darling.
Well, he wants to talk to her about science, Chris.
Scientists were the first rock stars, weren't they?
Apparently so.
Because you couldn't form a band then, but you could become a famous scientist.
Oh right, I wasn't aware of that particularly.
That's the thing. They were rock stars, and they still say that, don't they, in business? So and so over there on the 13th floor, rock star. Absolute rock star. Because you don't have to be in a band to be a rock star.
This is true.
That's the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason operating theatres is called operating theatres is because you could buy a ticket to go and watch somebody operate in an amphitheatre.
That's it. Yeah.
That's why we.
You could go and watch something getting taken out and sewn up.
The Royal Academy now. The original theatres, the original operating theatres still exist, and they give lectures there still.
Do they?
Yeah.
Can you see an operation there now?
I don't think so, but no. I know that more modern day, like Noel Fitzpatrick, he has an operating theatre with a viewing gallery, and also in teaching practices, don't they? They teach medical staff via operating theatres that you can be in firsthand, but there are observation platforms still
to check it out. And also, Noel Fitzpatrick is also a bit of a rock star, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he actually. Oh, he's so funny. This is my point, right? Yeah. So, Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, guess what he did at Carfest this year?
Did he play?
He performed with his band. Guess what Noel Fitzpatrick did at the Isle of Wight Festival this year?
Did he perform with his band?
Yeah, so scientists are now actually becoming rock stars.
Amazing.
That's what they're doing. And why the heck not, by the way?
What if the rock stars will start becoming scientists?
It doesn't work the other way around, apparently.
Would you take your poorly dog to Noel Gallagher?
Noel Gallagher?
I don't know.
Maybe if you wanted cheering up.
He might do. He's very funny, isn't he? Not your dog, Noel Gallagher. Do you have a dog?
We do have a dog, yeah, Sparkly. And she doesn't even know she's a dog. She thinks she's a yoga teacher. She does.
I think all dogs are kind of yoga teachers, aren't they? In their own way.
What about our twins? I've never unleashed this on the listening public before, but Bill and Walt, up until very recently, had a very interesting take on sexing animals.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, all dogs were boys and all cats were girls.
I get that.
And that's it. That was it.
I get that. There's something feminine about the feline, isn't there?
Of course.
And there's something sort of
masculine
boyish about the dog,
Yeah, no, but they genuinely said, they didn't think it, they decreed it.
Right.
Daddy, all dogs are boys and all cats are girls.
You know what? They're rock stars.
They are rock stars, absolutely. Talking of rock stars, we have our rock star reviewer on board. What's she been up to?
She was
Mary?
watching this.
Yeah, of course we're talking
it's Mary, isn't it?
Every guest's favourite reviewer, because she only gives 5-star reviews.
You mean Mary, the rock star reviewer?
Yes.
Let's go.
I mean, she was so excited because I didn't know until I saw that you were on the show that there was, and I didn't tell her. And then she got back from school and she had a play date yesterday. And I said, guess what happens after you get back from gymnastics? Because normally it would be bedtime.
Yes.
It wasn't bedtime.
No.
It was stay up late.
Hello.
It was watch the Famous Five together. And then it was give a review. But you never know, James. She hasn't yet given a negative review, but you never know.
Could it be now?
You
Are we going to hear it?
Yes, we're going to hear it. So this is Mary's review on James's latest Famous Five outing as Uncle Quentin with his pals.
I'm so happy there's another Famous Five. I love the books and adore the TV show. The Prospect Hotel is creepy and also fascinating and also brilliant. Like everyone should have a hidey behind you painting. I love the twist at the end, but I'm not going to spoil it. And please tell James that he's a very funny dancer.
Yeah!
Wow.
It's good, isn't it?
That's very nice, isn't it?
Were you worried at all at any point?
Actually, no, I wasn't too worried.
I think the day that Mary dabs in a negative review, it's all over for the human species, don't you?
I think so.
But now the thing is, we don't ask her to review them favourably. It's just that. We only get people on the show who A, we like, and B, are going to talk about good work. It's not either or. There has to be both. You know, this morning we started the show off with ally yourself only with people who are both optimistic and energetic. Not even one will do.
Right.
Unless, of course, you have to.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's down to you, if it's within your gift to yourself, ally yourself only with those kind of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless they're a genius from the neck up, that's the only exception.
Yes.
And and also there have to be extraordinary mitigating circumstances for us to allow that.
From the neck down.
Well, yes, strictly 2026.
Oh my goodness! Just talking of that, did you watch Strictly this year?
Didn't watch it, but we got to have Chris McCausland on the show on Friday.
You didn't watch it?
Didn't watch it. I'm going to watch it. I didn't watch it.
That's my whole last 12 weeks.
Okay, well, if you'd like to look after my 4 children every Saturday tea time, then I will also start watching Strictly.
We could do yoga together with your dogs.
Tell us about it, because he's coming on the show on Friday.
Well, I cried every single week.
Did you actually?
Genuinely, everybody in that show was phenomenal. It was the best season of all of them. I think so. It was of a Bill Bailey sort of aura.
School.
It was so good. And my dear friend Sarah Hadland got through to the final, and so that made me
Have you ever
weep.
fancied it?
Fancied Sarah Hadland?
Strictly. I wouldn't refer to Sarah as it, just so you know. No, and I wouldn't even ask the question. No. Moving swiftly on.
I fancy everything.
Jimmy Lance.
No.
Yes.
I'm going red.
I refer the honourable gentleman to my original question.
I have not fancied it, but I enjoy it.
Have you ever had the call?
No.
Agent not had the call.
I've not had the
Maybe
call.
Agent has had the call, just didn't want you to do it, didn't tell you about the call.
Yeah. No, she hasn't mentioned it. So as far as I know,
do you
it
think
hasn't
your
come
agent
in.
keeps stuff from you that she doesn't want you to do?
I mean,
Is there a rule? Because it's like selling a house, isn't it? You put a house up for sale, right? And you say to your representative, you say, look, I am not interested in any offers below this point.
Yes.
And you say, don't even tell me about them. I don't care about them. This is not a negotiating tactic. Literally, I am not going to respond to anything below that. And then a week later, they go, so-and-so saw the house. They really liked it. They'd like to put an offer, and the offer's this. And they don't stop talking because they don't let you get in and say, like, I don't know about the and it's below what you said.
Right.
And then you say, I told you. And they say, no, by law, we have. And they know that. Don't they? The people who put in the bid, by law, by the way, I've never checked, but by law, we have to tell you of every offer. By law, does your agent have to tell you of every offer or not?
I'm going to say there's no law that says that. There's no law that says that. She does pass things my way sometimes, which I say no to. That does
of course.
happen.
I mean, I've heard of that.
I don't do everything.
There's a yes to everything, do you?
Not everything, no.
Because that was the old answer phone. Do you remember the answer phone message? You know, when we had answer phones with cassettes, it's like, if it's my agent, the answer's yes.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
It's normally a yes.
Well, there's always a time in one's career where he says, yes, anything will do. Right now, I will take literally anything.
Yeah.
Another thing that part 1 of the famous 5 mystery at the Prospect Hotel over the Christmas period has in it is the return of, it's not quite, so don't put, I know I'm saying the wrong thing here, but just go with it, right? Sort of the return of quicksand. Doesn't it?
You mean we're bringing quicksand back?
Well, yeah, because the thing was, you remember every Saturday morning kids show, if somebody died, they would probably die in the quicksand.
In the quicksand?
You know, it's like, is quicksand really a thing? And of course, you know, once they go in the quicksand, oh no, they're going to die. Because it was a convenient way, a cheap way of filling in 2 or 3 minutes of the show, wasn't it? They would just...
You're right, that's right.
And I thought, how do they do that? You know, first of all, does quicksand really exist?
Yes,
it does, and it's it's obviously it's potentially fatal. So I'm not making light of that.
No,
but it is. If it wasn't fatal, quicksand would be a great name for a tech company, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because you want sand that's quick, don't you? And so what? It's all silicon.
And it was particularly quick in this episode.
It was quite quick.
It wasn't that quick.
Well, it was quickish.
It was quick enough.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to give away the ending. We've got to be careful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But you're right. I hadn't clocked that. There is indeed quicksand. Yeah.
I was going to say. I wonder how because you were there when it was happening.
I wasn't there on the day that the quicksand happened.
How did they do it? I know how nature does it, but how do they do it in special effects? It's very clever.
Well, I think Jack Gleeson does all his own stunts, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually quicksand.
Well, it was more swamp. That's why I'm saying it wasn't quite. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But...
And there was a human/canine chain deployed.
Yes.
That seemed to have deployed.
Thank goodness for the dog. The dog made the difference.
How about that?
The dog always makes a difference.
That's a good moment, isn't it, when Timmy pulls them out? Well, not quite. Almost does.
It's not the main bit.
Done.
It's not the main bit, so it's all right. Look, nobody dies. It wouldn't be the famous 5
yes,
at 10:30 on over Christmas.
But it's gory though, right? It's scary.
Even the baddies don't die. They just get taught a harsh, stern lesson.
Yeah. A really harsh stern lesson.
The thing about when any of these shows, how many have you done of these now? 4, is it?
We've done 5.
5, okay.
5. There's one coming out next year.
The second these shows open, the first scene, I just want to climb into the telly and live with you all.
You should.
Do you get that? Because there's a really warm hue.
There is.
It's like the Durrells. You remember the Durrells on ITV?
Absolutely. My Family and Other Animals and Durrells.
Yeah, but the ITV did that thing with Keeley Hawes. Do you remember? They did Sunday night. That was a great show.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Let's go and live there in Cos with them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's warm, isn't it? It's just lovely and warm.
Yeah, is it really like? Is it a real place?
It is. It is a real place.
Can you book it on Airbnb? Or?
I reckon you could find a button that
in icons.
Yeah, something will take you there. Do you know someone?
I don't actually.
Well, you know
I might
me.
know some people.
You know me. I can tell you where it is.
Oh right. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So can you rent it?
Well, I'll find out if you like.
Wow. Are you going to do some more?
I hope we do some more.
Because they're proper big productions, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're almost sort of cinematic. They're not quite. They're somewhere between telly and cinema, aren't they?
I think so. Yeah, they are really cinematic for TV. It has to be said.
They're Netflixy kind of.
Yeah, they are.
That kind of vibe.
I absolutely love them. I think they're
big
fantastic.
for the Beeb. Big commitment for the Beeb.
Yeah, big for the Beeb.
Have you been watching Black Doves on Netflix?
I have not.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Do I need to see it?
Well, you need to. First of all, Keeley Hawes never stopped swearing or smoking.
Really?
And you just want to see that.
Okay, yeah. I bet she's a good swearer.
She's a good swearer. She's a great smoker. Ben Whishaw and her are co-assassins.
Okay.
Who would have thought? Mm-hmm. Two of the cuddliest, cutest people on the planet.
Yeah.
And by the way, and Bend It Like Beckham, etc., etc., and all the Richard Curtis films. In it, I was watching it last night. Even Tash started watching it last night. She said, "What is this?" She said, "Why have you got to watch this?" She thought I was watching it for a guest. I said, "I'm just watching it." She went, "You never do this." I said, "I know, but it's so good."
Okay.
I think in this, Keira Knightley looks like Keira Knightley, first and foremost. She looks like the younger sister of Keeley Hawes.
Right.
And the cousin of she used to go out with Hugh Grant. She's been here.
Elizabeth Hurley. Elizabeth Hurley.
Yeah, and I want to see Elizabeth Hurley, Keeley Hawes, and Keira Knightley doing something together. That's what I just wondered if you'd watched it to see if you agreed.
3 sisters. They could do that on stage. 3 sisters.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That'd be alright, wouldn't it?
And have you worked with Ben Whishaw?
I haven't. I've sat next to him.
Yeah.
I sat next to him at a play, and do you know what? We shared some peanut M&Ms. And I remember thinking, I'm sharing M&Ms with Paddington, and my son would love this.
Oh my
But obviously, I couldn't say that.
What were you watching?
I gave him a good share.
What were you watching?
It was actually, we went to see Sarah Hadland in a play at the Arcola Theatre.
No way.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
there you go.
Because she's mates with him, or he's mates with her.
You're mates with her.
I'm mates with her.
But you're not mates with him yet.
Not mates with him.
But you're M&M mates with him.
M&M
Whose M&Ms were they?
Mine.
Oh, so you shared with him, he didn't share with you?
I know, he didn't have any snacks, and I just said, here, do you want some of these? And he said,
how
that'll be
many
lovely.
did he take?
He took a few, actually. I was quite generous. You know, when you're it was only like a little bag, and I was actually quite generous with him, and I thought, I haven't actually had the ratio I want.
Yeah. But
you've got to give, haven't you? You've got to give.
I think you and Ben, and one other you and Ben kind of person, and Keely and Elizabeth and Kira, that's got to happen. There's a six there. There's a six-hander.
Yeah.
Do you remember Peter's Friends?
I loved
How
Peter's
good is that
Friends.
film?
It's an amazing
Remake Peter's
film.
Friends with these people.
An amazing film.
James's Friends.
It's a bit like The Big Chill.
M&M's all round.
M&M's all round.
The Big Chill.
Yeah, another great. I mean, they're very similar, aren't they?
Great
Peter's Friends,
film.
Big
The
Chill.
Big Chill. Good reference.
Jeff Goldblum, fantastic.
Have you seen Blood Simple?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
the
great is
Coen
Blood
Brothers,
Simple?
amazing
First
film.
ever Coen Brothers
Absolutely,
feature.
yeah.
Have you
Love
seen
the Coen Brothers.
Adventureland?
Adventureland.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, is that with the vampire one? Is does Bill Murray?
That's Zombieland.
Oh yeah, that's Zombieland.
That's also good.
Is Adventureland a sequel?
No, Adventureland it's just a one-off, rite of passage film.
Didn't see it.
Great film.
Zombieland I saw.
Great film. It's exciting, isn't it? Isn't our business great?
It is.
We're lucky, aren't we?
We are. We're really lucky.
If the call comes in for Strictly, is it a yes or a no?
I wouldn't know.
What do you mean you wouldn't know? But you're you.
I'd have to.
The buck stops
I'd have to
there.
speak to my agent and say, "What do you?"
No, but you'd be speaking to your agent because it'd come up.
She might not tell me.
Why are you
about
getting
it.
all nervous?
Because I don't want
He's
to be asked that
scratching his
question.
torso.
Well, it is my torso.
Yeah, but it's like you're getting it ready. It's like you're waking up.
I'm pumping up. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The bit of the review that we didn't hear because the speakers came off, but if you would have heard if you had headphones on, was Mary saying, "Please tell James that he's a really good dancer." Because you dance in this.
I do.
And she very much enjoyed it, as did I.
Well, thank you.
As would the nation if you did Strictly.
Well, thank you very much. I think it would be quite terrifying to do that every week, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
Good terrifying.
We've had people WhatsApping the show about The Salt Path.
Oh, amazing.
Where are we with that?
Do you know what? This film is wonderful. It's coming out, I think it's coming out in April. And it's a truly stunning film. I'm so happy
Headlines,
to be
please, the story for people who don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, it's about a couple who lose their home, they lose everything due to a bad business deal because he gets involved with his friend and didn't read the small print. Anyway, they lose the lot. The same week, he gets diagnosed with a terminal illness.
All true.
All true. This is a true story. Ray Wynn. And Ray says, well, if we're going to be homeless, why don't we go for a walk along the Salt Path? She sees this sort of book for walks, and they do, which is an actual walk, the Salt Path going down Devon and Cornwall. And the film is about that and the journey and the people they meet along the way, and it's a life-changing journey. And it's just a stunning film.
All right, what else is going on?
What else is going on?
What can't you tell us about?
What can't I tell you about? I can't tell you that I just was in NCIS. You know that American...
Yeah?
Yeah, I just did a couple of episodes of that, which was fun. I was filming in Budapest.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't tell you about that.
Lots of filming goes on in Budapest, isn't it? I've been to filming in Budapest.
You have?
Horror movies, yeah. Lots of horror movies get made in Budapest.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. This is they're making it out as if it's Paris.
Yeah, no, but Budapest can sort of do anywhere.
You can, yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So that was good fun.
Nice.
What else can't I tell you?
I love the can't I tell you.
I can't.
Because James will tell you anything he can't tell you.
Yeah, I will. I'll try. I'll try my best.
How's the hair doning going?
Well, I've cut some of it off.
What have you? You have the most hair of any guest we've ever had on the show.
Oh, is that a good thing?
It's a great thing.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
You have student bartaber level of hair.
I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I don't go to pubs anymore, but when I used to go to pubs, I said one of the reasons I think I stopped drinking subconsciously is like I just couldn't deal with all the hair. Because younger people tend to be in bars more than older people, and when you were getting less hair like I have, then all you see is hair. You see what you don't have.
Right,
You know, it's the wanting that kills you, man.
Yeah. So you're still not going to pubs? You're not no pubs anymore?
No, you know, we're singing.
How long has that been?
Oh, it's 18 months and a bit. I don't know.
That's really.
I love it though. I love it. It's only good. Somebody said to me last week, James. They said it's about the realization that Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings are more important now than Friday nights and Saturday nights.
Oh, I love it.
And there's loads of those.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to preach from the pulpit. I'm not going to preach at all.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's working for me. It might work for other people.
Yeah, I feel the same.
How many years for you?
It's 5.5, I think, something like that.
5.5. Ever tempted?
No.
Do you ever think about it?
No.
I think about it a lot, actually.
Okay.
I will say I think about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not tempted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, it's just I just one day at a time. I just don't drink, and I enjoy it. I like waking up without a hangover. That's one of the big joys.
10 o'clock at night. Oh, don't worry, I'll nip out for that.
Yeah.
Options. And you can drown in options.
I know.
Excuse me, I'm drowning. What in? Options.
You're the getaway driver now as well. You know you'll be able to go scoop someone up. That's quite a nice feeling.
Get out of here. Different tribe of people as well around us.
It's all right.
How's Christmas stacking up for you?
Oh, I'm just so excited. I love Christmas. Yeah. My little boy wrote a letter to Santa the other day, and let me tell you, this is my favourite moment of the year. His handwriting had improved so much from the beginning of this term that I was quite teary.
How old is
I had a
he?
teary moment. He's 24. He's 6.5.
Perfect. 6 till 7. I think 6 till 7 is a really exponential growth sort of window for children to do with things that they're going to need. You know, mathematics. It's the 3 R's, isn't it? Really, but Boo's writing. She comes and writes for fun at the moment.
There you go.
She comes home and says, "What can I write tonight, Dad?" It's like, whoa.
Oh wow, that's lovely. Can I tell you the first line he said to him? He said, "Dear Santa, hope you've had a nice year."
Brilliant.
That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I thought that's a good start.
Yeah, wise.
And
Great opening negotiation line, isn't it? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right, so James Lance has been with us again. It's always great to see James. James, it's always a yes, just so you know.
Thank you.
That's not to do with future opportunities for his career. I'm just saying for him coming on the show. James Lanch, The Famous Five, him and his mates, Mystery at the Prospect Hotel this time around. The Famous Five, Mystery at the Prospect Hotel, available on CBBC and BBC iPlayer on Monday, 23rd December at 5:25. Round of applause for James Vance. Does he deserve a chocolate brownie? I think he might. Some cookie cake? I think he might.